Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome for the first time. I am Afefe with Touched by Tarot and Beyond. I do a mix up here, a mash up here, I guess I should say. So you'll see a lot of political readings on my channel, and I have a special playlist for those if politics is your thing. And I also do have to, my heart is always in spiritual growth, spiritual development. So I check in, especially around new moon, full moon, and occasionally mix it up with some other ones. So today we are going to look at, we have been anticipating this since the start of 2024. We've been talking about these eclipses coming in March and April, starting on the 25th. We have the lunar eclipse in Libra. And then shortly after that, a couple of weeks later, on April 8th, we have the solar eclipse in Aries. And I don't hold myself out as an astrologer, but as a tarot reader and intuitive, I definitely incorporate a lot of astrology into my work, as do many of you. So we can't ignore that. There have been so many indications that the transits and the ways that these energies are going to impact us is going to be tremendous, you all. So for today, I want to take a look at, got my little notes here. I'm in meditation before I start. So Spirit is saying, remembering that with lunar eclipse, so we're talking about the moon, full moon, this is in Libra. This is going to have a lot to do with sort of out of the blue energy, things being revealed to you, sudden flashes of insight, especially around your relationships. All right, relationships meaning your romantic relationships, your relationships with family, your job, your career, your business, even never count this one out, your relationship to spirit, your relationship and how that needs to be revealed and developed as well. So being conscious of that. So yes, it's that Libra energy. And remembering too, they had me taking down notes. I'm telling you, they were working me over, you all. I have literally been working about 30 minutes prior to taping. I've got 13 decks in front of me that I'm about to mix it up for you all. So I'm excited about this. Always am. So we are on this Libra Aries axis right now with the North Node and the South Node. For those of you who may not be familiar with that, or what that means is, think about it this way. With the South Node, it's energy that we were born with in this, and we come into this lifetime with things that come naturally to us. We're familiar with it. It feels, we don't have to really work at it because it's a part of what already informs our soul. It's part of the energy that we brought into this earth, right, from prior lifetimes. North Node is a little more challenging, Aries, because that is it's where it has to do, we talk about our true north. It has to do with the lessons that we are learning in this lifetime that are moving us towards our purpose, our soul's elevation, and understanding more about what we were meant to do and why we chose to be here in this lifetime. So that North Node is more of the unknown. It's more of what we are meant to discover about ourselves. And it may get uncomfortable because it may be something that we haven't encountered before. What happens is, very often we can go back into South Node habits because that's what we know, that's what we're comfortable with. Libra South Node relationships, how we've typically dealt with things. Aries North Node, the self. Aries is, the mantra for Aries is I am. It rules the head. All right. It is the first sign in the astrological wheel. So it is about that empowerment, that self-empowerment, that vision. In tarot, it is ruled by the emperor, ruled by Aries and Mars. So it is this energy of, in this eclipse, you all, I'm looking at those Libra scales they gave me, and it is about figuring out for ourselves, where is the balance? And I literally wrote down, they had me write down, there's you, there's me, and then there's the we. The we would be the center portion of a scale. So if you're picturing that metaphorically, you've got that centering portion in the scale that holds the two sides, and those things are not even. It would be so even to keep a balance in our lives if we were working with the same elements, but especially in relationships. You may have someone who's really outgoing and someone who's shy, someone who's a doer, someone who's more laid back and a thinker. You may have, different aspects of your relationships that need to be brought into harmony and balance with those different aspects, those different things. And so that's what I think is being revealed, or is going to be revealed, as we go into this energy, both before and after, the months after the lunar eclipse. Okay, we've got two of these coming up, March and April, March 25th, April 8th, and then then we've got the second set coming up in September and October. I don't remember the exact dates. Another thing I wanted to bring to your attention, Spirit Set, remind you all, if you're thinking about how this is going to impact you, this lunar eclipse, look back to October 14, 2023. What was going on in your life around then? Because there's a good chance that some of what's going to be revealed to you is going to kind of put the icing on the cake, or cap off or complete some area of your life that began to either be revealed, opened up, shifts that you started feeling around October of 2023, specifically October 14th. All right. All right, having said that, let's get ready to go in, you all. Bear with me. I'm going to bring you down on the table. I was challenged, by the way. A couple of people were like, we trust you, Fefe, with this, when you do these pick a cards, when you do these readings, that you have not looked at the cards ahead of time, because I do that to save time. But today, Spirit said, okay, let me let you watch my process, so you know for sure that I'm for real when I do this. All right, bear with me. Let's come down. There we go. Alrighty. Make sure we're straight. There we are. All right, I hope that's right. And make sure. Bear with my hands, you all. One of these days I'm gonna be in the studio and have it all done, all figured out. All right, I'm gonna make this easy for you all today. We're going to do split it up into 3 piles, and it will be for those of you who are born between January and April. May and August will be the second pile, and the third pile is going to be September through December. All right, so let me just get it going. All the decks have been cleansed, and we will get it going. By the way, I had a couple of people, one person in particular, who was really having some issues with my sound. I play back before I put it, before I load anything. So please let me know the sound quality, you all. If there's something going on that I need to fix or address, then I want to make sure that I do that. Okay, let's go. I feel like this is not. I want to make sure that it's up. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to go 3 piles. Again, it's going to be January through April, May through August, and September through December. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, down. I'm so ready to reveal, because that's normally how I do it. All right. Don't look, don't look, don't look. And now I'm wondering too, now that I'm doing this, I wonder, people were talking about a scratching noise. I wonder if it is when I shuffle the deck. Let me know if you all are hearing that too loudly, and then I need to make some adjustments in my audio. Maybe that was it. I couldn't figure out what that was, but all right, let's keep going. Oh, is that 3? No, that's 2. Okay. Once, January through April, May through August, September through December. January through April, May through August, September through December. A few more. They told me 13 decks, you all. They were working me over. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3, because that's tarot. I want a little more. And this is also tarot. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. January to April, May to August, September through December. 2 and 3. And finally, I think I got one more. I think I used them all. 1 and 2 and 3. All right, you all. Let's see what is on tap. What is going to be revealed. The balance in your relationships. Every aspect of your relationship, again, to self, to spirit, to your family, to your loved ones, to your lovers, etc. All right. There we go. So let's go in first. We're going to go in for those of you born between January and April. Let's put, this was December, September to December, and this was May through. Okay. All right, you all. Let's see what Spirit says. We have playfulness. We have gentleness. Wow. Archangel Sandalphon, for those of you who are into the angels, archangels. We have a peacock. Showing up. Talk about things being revealed. What's going to show up? Speak the truth in love. It's time to speak the truth in love. That's what's going to show up. Ooh, let me keep that close to you. We have idealism. The sun in Aquarius in the 11th house. The sun in Aquarius in the 11th house, the idealism and the playfulness. I can tell already for those in this pile, those born between January and April, there's an uplifting quality to this lunar eclipse in Libra for you all. I use my emotions to fuel my path. That feels like it goes near that playfulness as well. Let me bring these up and build down. Okay, we have galactic. Woo, go big, why don't you? This is, I'm going to put this over here near Archangel Sandalphon, because this is and this is also idealism. Your world is really expanding. Talk about, talk about eclipses and seeing things from a different perspective. This wisdom, look what came for you, the raven, this wisdom. And it is wisdom that your soul brought into this lifetime that is now going to increasingly become a part of your consciousness. Now, we've got some tarot here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles and we've got the Page of Pentacles. Again, here comes this feeling of newness, like being refreshed. Almost, it feels for me like for those born between January and April, it's really like you're hitting the reset button. And notice as well, while January starts with Capricorn, it winds up, it ushers in the Aquarius season. So keeping in mind that you got this idealism with the sun in Aquarius. Many of you could be Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising, and so pay attention. Especially this message is going to resonate very strongly for you. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. So notice in both of my tarot pulls, there are so many pentacles that are showing up, meaning this is literally, this lunar eclipse for you all is revealing something that is in your relationships that's going to demonstrably show up in your life. It is going to be it is going to be like you cannot pretend not to see it, right? It's going to be so obvious, and it's such an area of your life that you have worked at, sometimes without knowing, and sometimes with the assistance of your guides. Some of you are extremely empathic and very connected to your guides. You are very aware of their presence. You are old souls. I'm looking at this galactic and this wisdom. You are, we use that term and it almost sounds like a cliche, but for you all, you really are old souls. You were born into this lifetime with a tremendous amount of wisdom, but part of what's happened, part of your, we talked about that Libra Aries axis, in learning to claim it and learning to stand in the truth of yourself, that has been a part of your challenge. becoming comfortable with that. There's always been this little niggling part of you that knew it, and Archangel Sandalphon has been there with you to say, I've been here, I've been a part of your existence forever. I've always been watching over you. I want to share its message in this card. It says, be very gentle with yourself at this time and surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. All right? Because what's happening is this lunar eclipse is trying to, on the one hand, go ta-da and shed this tremendous light on, how they say the astonishing light of your own being. And if you knew how beautiful and powerful you are, you would never, ever have another doubt about your capabilities, about your desires, about your entitlement. And I'm using that in a more divine sense of that word. Your entitlement to joy in this life. You use your emotions to fuel your path. Your path are these pentacles, meaning it is your health, it is your finances, it is your relationships, it's your home, it's the way that you are actually able to live your life and show up to be in the fullness of who you are. But some of you have been dialing that back a little bit, and that's why you're getting this it's time to speak your truth in love. It's saying it's okay to show up with that peacock. Because some of you, and I think and again, all things related to Libra and those scales we were talking about, some of you have decided or have lived in such an effort to accommodate others, to fortify your relationships, that if it meant tamping down your own wisdom, sometimes not saying what came to mind, speaking, using what your old soul knew to be the truth, because you were just dealing with what was right in front of you. And I do want to address this Five of Pentacles as well, because that is a card where sometimes we feel like an outsider. We feel like our needs are not being met, and we get frustrated because we're not sure how to have them met. We see very often it is looking at life from a lens of feeling distanced from the things and the people and the situations that would really make us happy. And we're sitting out there going, I'm trying my best and it's not working for me. It's not coming toward me. It's not adding up. That's what a Five of Pentacles really is coming with. It's like, it's not adding up. It's not growing in the way that I want it to, or the way that it should. And Spirit is saying that's because you have yet to learn, or you are learning. This eclipse is really just, they're giving me the image of a room where you wake up in the morning and all the blinds are shut, and the bright sun outside, and you pull the blinds and ta-da, like all this light gets shed into the room. That's what's happening. You actually got the moon, and it says intuition and emotional healing. So there you have another confirmation. Those of you born between January and April, there's another confirmation that this full moon lunar eclipse for you all is definitely awakening. And notice this emotional component that's come up for you, right? There is that I use my emotions to fuel my path. And now you've got this emotional component here as well. So there's the way you feel at this time. Spirit is saying, let your feelings are going to be revealed to you at a different level, at a higher level. Some of you may find yourselves being very nostalgic, very emotional. Things may just trigger you. You may learn something about your past, your history, a friend, something that really kind of, pings you a little bit, and your emotions are going to come straight to the surface. And Spirit is saying, do not deny that at all, because in doing that, you're releasing that sense of feeling isolated, feeling different, feeling like you've been held back. Ooh, and I just got the biggest thing of lightning that came through. We're having storms this morning. Ooh, I don't know if you heard that thunder. All right, Spirit, let's talk about it. I love it. All right, we have I am abundant. I attract everything I need. Goes back to this Five of Pentacles we were looking at, that feeling of being left out or not having your needs met in some aspect. And when we see pentacles, we could be dealing with money, health, relationships, home, the things that make us feel stable. And there's that abundance. I am abundant and attract everything that I need. That's speaking your truth. I'm going to lay that right over there with that. That is speaking your truth. And finally, I was led to pull an animal totem in this reading for everyone, and you all got the bat. And the bat stands for transition. It says you must pay attention to the signs around you. The transition may seem frightening at first. Eclipses sometimes are, but you must let go of old habits, and patterns that no longer serve your higher calling. They would only hinder your growth. You got bat medicine, you all. So it really is an extremely beautiful time that's leading you. If there is something that makes you feel uncomfortable, if there is some revelation that's going to, come to the front of your consciousness, somebody who reveals that, they, or some relationship that turns out it has not been in your best interest, that bat medicine is coming to bring that transition in a way that you understand it was meant for you. This is your soul stepping in, that's how I'm feeling. This is your soul stepping in and saying, guess what? You were more than all of this all along. That's why you have this Ace of Pentacles, because it's a reset for you all. It's literally like they're showing me like hitting a reset button for you all, rebooting the computer, as it were, the computer that holds the history of your life, and being able to feel excited, playful, showing up. I am abundant, and I attract everything that I need. And this playfulness that shows up with these elves, you're going to have a sense of, I cannot believe I didn't know this about myself all along. Really, it's going to be this awakening to understanding just how much wisdom you have always held. And some of you have looked to others, whether it was teachers, gurus, spiritual, religious. Maybe you were brought up in deeply religious backgrounds, and people, it diminished your own ability to make decisions about your power and what you believed in, and your ability to articulate that, to speak your truth, because you were told others know better, or listen to the advice from others. So you got used to kind of downplaying that. But this lunar eclipse in Libra for you all is like, guess what? We about to even out those scales. There's the you, there's the me, and there's that we in the scale in the middle. And so to the extent that you've been here because we, everything else was kind of up here, there's going to be this shift in you understanding it's not even for you all, January to April, it's not even something that you got to go acquire or learn or figure out. It's already in you. You came here with it. Remember, Libra South Node, Aries North Node, not meaning that's what your nodes are. I'm talking about the axis as it is right now in the transits, in the planets. So all of us, regardless to in our natal chart, regardless to what our North and South Node is or are, we are all being impacted by this particular energy at this time. And it is encouraging you to go for self, to understand, to be playful about it, to be idealistic. What dreams do you still have for yourself about how you want to feel in the world, and what it is that you're able to contribute on your own behalf? If others have not provided it for you, your spirit guides are sitting up here galactic. You come from, look at this angelic energy. You come from energy that says you don't even have to rely on that person, that job, that family member, that spouse. Yes, these things are in our lives to augment and help and hopefully support us and help us sustain ourselves. But your source of it is definitely, you came here with it. You are deeply tied into the cosmos, pile number one. You are deeply tied into the cosmos, and you will be ready to start speaking that out loud to others and to yourself first and foremost, and show up with that peacock energy. Show up and be ready. Be ready to enjoy the prosperity and that is literally, am I seeing that right? Yes, that is literally the key word there on that card with the peacock, prosperity. You are going to enter all of that pentacles. You are going to enter a period of prosperity, and it's going to be revealed to you. This lunar eclipse in Libra is going to reveal to you the extent to which your prosperity was held back prosperity in your health. Abundance is another word I'm going to use. They're telling me the abundance of health, wealth, well-being, relationships, satisfaction with your life. All of those things are going to start to change for you as you are willing to show up and speak your truth in love and reclaim the idealism and walk away from this period of feeling left out, isolated, disappointed, lacking in some area of your life, that there's been lack. All of those things, recognizing that as you adopt a spirit of playfulness and lift your vibration, then the things that you have been actually wanting and deserving, that's the transition. That's what's headed toward you. All right? All right. I hope that resonates. That felt so good. All right, let's move on to those of you who are born between May and August. And you have the wise woman of the grove with grace, with victory. Okay, now. And this is also Archangel Sandalphon, who appeared in the first section as well. Your prayers have been heard and already answered. Have faith. All right, now. Prayers been heard and already answered. So let's have some faith and give yourself that grace. We have a honeybee, reciprocity. You know, already I'm seeing for you all born between May and August, there's a reap what you sow quality going on here. There's some efforts that you have put out that are now ready to start coming to the forefront. And it's saying, don't let up. That honeybee, stay busy, don't let up. But that honey is definitely there. It's coming out. We have an affair. Ooh, with Venus in Leo, the 5th house. We have an affair. Love. And that honeybee. All right, let's keep going. I'm liking how this is developing. Now is the time to pause and reflect before acting. So there's something that's going to approach you, and you're going to need a moment to figure out the best way to handle it. My body is a manifestation of my energetic state. You know what? Some of y'all are ready to love again, or if you if you are already in a partnership, there's a twist to it. There's something where you are beginning to embody a certain energy where it's like, okay, it's time to commit or not. It's time to switch up. It's time for you to hear more of how I want to do things, thinking again about that Libra, that balance. We have Asia that comes up in your past life. So there is an Asiatic quality to this, to how you operate in relationships. And I feel like there's some sort of tantric quality to this. Manifestation. Wow. With that honeybee. Manifestation. They call it the Nymph of Wands. It's like a Page of Wands. So there's that passion again with the affair. I'm telling you all. Ace of Swords. If you were born between May and August, this lunar eclipse in Libra is truly, truly going to touch on your romantic relationships in particular. Even though when we talk about relationships, it's all across the board. Job, family, lovers, spouses, etc. Family. Yeah, I said family. But for you, in this particular section, May to August, this is having so much to do with your love life. We have the King of Wands who shows up. And we have the Four of Swords. This is that clarity. We got some, now's the time to pause and reflect before acting. Thank you for that confirmation, Spirit. So definitely there's a confirmation here. There's something that's going to prompt you with this information that's coming to light. Remembering eclipses very often have things that happen out of the blue. They are like, whoa, where did that come from? Or whoa, why didn't I see that before now? It is where things get revealed. So there's that time that you're spending to allow things to get revealed to you. But it's leading you, oh my gosh, is it leading you someplace you have been longing to go? We have a dissolution, emotional clearing. That's what's happening. Sorry for that backlight. This is what that pause is doing. That pause is giving you that emotional clearing. And then it says, free to fly. The past is behind you. No road takes you back. Give thanks for all you've learned and spread your doggone wings. Now you see, this is why I love doing this work, you all, with the different decks, because when we get these thematic messages through the different decks, we know Spirit has spoken. You can't make it up. Spirit has spoken. What are the odds? All right. So there is a breakthrough that's happening for you all born between May and August. It's an emotional breakthrough, but it is also a breakthrough based on the work that you have put in. I'm looking at that honeybee and reciprocity. You deserve, and know you deserve, the wise woman of the grove with grace. There's a treasure. I'm going to hold that up. You see that? There's a light of a treasure. There is someone who is going to help you, and that is why Asia has come up. There's someone from your ancestral line, and I think that may be a revelation for some of you all. There's someone from your ancestral line who's going to step up at this time and assist you and help show you, perhaps come to you through a dream or music. I'm hearing for some of you. You'll hear a song that pings you in a certain way. Looking at at this King of Wands with the transformational lizard. That's the salamander. That is a sign of transformation. There is deep this dissolution eclipse, because there's transformation that is occurring with this passion that's ready to enter your life. This new conversation, this new way of thinking about it with this Ace of Swords, and a decision that you are going to be making, that you are now ready. My body is a manifestation of my energetic state. You are ready. This is your body. This is your physical body. You're ready for love. Not to get too personal, but you are ready for love. And then, whoa, I'll stop the music. You got a butterfly. Metamorphosis. Pay attention to the areas in your life or personality that are in need of profound change or transformation. You are about to enter a phase of expansion and growth, which will be highly beneficial for your future. Let me hold that up for you a few seconds. Transformation and growth. We just saw that salamander with the King of Wands. What does the King of Wands embody? Passion, verve, vitality, an ability to go after what it is that you want. And there is that, you got that dissolution, which is that transformation as well. So here you have again another confirmation of this is a time of transformation for you. But what it does is it brings forth manifestation. So as you adapt, as you take this time out, remember we had over here, now is the time to pause and reflect with that Four of Swords, which is also an energy of deep reflection and taking a pause. But as you do that, it opens the door for this manifestation. And I think this manifestation, I'm looking at this between the affair and this King of Wands energy and this free to fly. Some of you and your body going through a certain, energetic da-da-da. Yeah, some of you might want to be prepared for a trip, for some sort of engagement, and having more. There is victory, and it says here, again, your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. If you in this group, May to August, have truly been praying for, looking at how to connect in a loving way, particularly in regards to a romantic relationship, connection, deeper connection, it is coming for you. And it is coming because of, not just because of it manifesting for you, but because you are taking the time to regroup and make a decision. You are making a conscious choice to go after it, to raise your vibration and be able to go after it, and giving yourself the grace, the wise woman of the grove, giving yourself the grace to be able to receive the backing, to be able to receive the opening. She's there waiting to come and open those doors and bring whoever and whatever you need that gives you that joy. And it's just about allowing that transformation to take place. The dissolution, which very often we talk about with eclipses, because you are undergoing a metamorphosis. You are literally undergoing a metamorphosis. And so what's being revealed to you is who, rather than so much of a deeply internal change, this is very much about what's going to happen for you all in your external world. Somebody is showing up. That honeybee with that reciprocity byline, you see that at the bottom? Yeah, somebody's showing up. And it's going to feel really, really good to you. It's going to be such, notice you have that keyword manifestation that showed up for you twice in your reading. You see that? Those of you born May to August, this is truly, this full moon lunar eclipse for you all is going to take I'm going to go ahead and say it's going to take your love life to the next level. There's something in and when I say love, it is not just, the boom, boom room kind of love, although love it, more of it. But it is also the ability to open your heart, open your heart, open your energy, open your body so that you can receive it. And they're saying you don't even have to act on it right now. You just need to get more clear on, pause and reflect on who you really want, what it really needs to feel like for you. This emotional clearing is getting rid of the baggage of when it showed up and it turned out not to be what you really wanted, because there it is. It's ready to manifest my honey bee. All right. Okay. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know how that turns out for you. All right. And finally, for those of you who are born between September and December, this lunar eclipse is going to shed light on, you've got the frog spirit, a sense of renewal. You have gifts from God. Come with it. Why don't you? And let me say this. I use this angel deck. Archangel Sandalphon has shown up in in a different aspect in each of these three piles. So I encourage everyone to look into Archangel Sandalphon and all of the aspects that his energy represents. We angels bring you gifts from your creator. You open your arms to receive them, a renewal and receiving the gifts from your creator, from the higher spirit, from the higher source, however you identify. We have the jackal. And there's truth. Does that say truth? That says truth. Bring it, why don't you? Eclipses, we've talked about this in the beginning, in the introduction. Eclipses often reveal, it's that out of the blue, whoa, I didn't know that was coming, or things being revealed. There is truth about your gifts from God. And it's going to renew you. For some of you, I'm already getting a sense between September and December, if you were born then, your faith has been tested. Your faith has been tested. And or you've realized that you are gifted in some way, but the truth of that, look at all the power coming through in that image. I just want to hold that up for you again. Sorry for that backlight. Let me bring it down some. There, that's a little better. All right? That is the truth of your gifts from God is coming through for you. You have, don't ignore it, talk about it. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore it, y'all. Talk about it. Talk about what you have been through. Talk about what you have felt all along was in you. You've known that you had certain gifts. You've maybe others didn't believe in them, or it made you feel like an oddball or an outsider in some way, and so you might have wanted to step back from it a little bit, not really go all in. But these are your gifts from God, and this is the truth. Look, I'm just so attracted to how that energy, expands. This is the truth that's coming for you. This is what this lunar eclipse is just breaking open for you all. All right, let's keep going. Ostentation with Saturn in Taurus. This is how it's going to show up in your lives. And this ostentation we think of that almost with a negative connotation, but I think Spirit is saying your truth is you were meant to be like pow. You were meant to show up and to enjoy. Saturn in Taurus is about the structure of the things that you value, and building that structure, allowing yourselves. Don't ignore it. Talk about it. I will also say, the Spirit just gave me, for those of you who may be okay financially, sometimes, especially with all of the suffering we see in the world, there's a tendency to feel almost guilty about our blessings, whether it's purely financial, or maybe we have an incredible love life, and yet we see so many people who suffer in relationships. We're talking about Libra, remember? So there's some of us who tend to pull back because we almost feel bad about our good fortune, or we don't know how to share it. We don't want to show up as if we're being ostentatious with wealth, with our ability to use our magic, with our growing success, with the ways that the world is recognizing who we are. And when we show up, people pay attention. And sometimes we want to downplay that. But remember, it's gifts from God, right? And so some of us is that getting rid of that fear. That fear is being eclipsed out. And there's that sense of renewal to say, I can use this, all of these gifts that I have, all of this ability that I have to attract the structure, to utilize it and build things of value in the way that Taurus does. This, and also remembering we're in Aries season. But we will also, in the latter part of April, going into May, and going into that solar eclipse, we will be going into Taurus season. So there's a reason for that there. We have, I bless my body with nourishing foods. Talking about Taurus again. Taurus loves some food, right? Anything that deals with the senses, bringing beauty and pleasure and enjoying the senses. So you nourish your body. And not only nourish it, I bless my body with nourishing foods. This is about that self-care. This is that renewal. Okay, I hear you, Spirit. This goes right over here with that renewal. Some of you are going, this lunar eclipse, if you have had a health scare or a health concern or something, a pattern in your fitness, in your diet, in your body that has developed over time, and you've just had it, there's some sort of revelation, something that's going to happen that brings you to the truth of that matter so that you can begin to address it. And that's that renewal. You have angels that have shown up for you. All right. So here we go. Gifts from God, that Archangel Sandalphon, but now doubling down on it with the angels. All right. Let me bring these back a little bit, so you can get it all. I can get it all in the camera for you. So there's our angels shown up again, doubling down on it. You have assistance. You have love. And this is love. In this particular deck, did I put it up? I was going to show you. In this particular deck, it's the imagery is a little shadowy, and it is a deck that I often use when I'm helping people with shadow work. And it is called Spirits and Shadows, right? Because it deals with the aspect of our lives where things get thick. And again, going back to Libra, when we're talking about the scales, very often, we're down here, and the world, the job, the family, the spouse, the lover, whatever is up here. And we've got that weight system in the middle, and that's what we're going for. You are healing, and your angels, September to December, your angels are stepping forth to heal that shadow part of your heart. The shadows also being represented by the moon. The moon is feminine and is in the night. We know that it operates in the dark, in the shadow, but what does it do? It sheds the light, just as you are seeing that light breaking through in that darkness around love. This is going to be talking about, again, that pow feeling that we got with that jackal medicine that showed up for you. That ostentation where you ain't even going to feel bad about it, all right? Whatever it is, if it is your wealth, and if it is your success, whatever it is, you're going to start to walk in it and allow yourself to take better care of it. Take better care of what you have nurtured. Take better care of your temple. Your temple is love. There's justice. Ruled by Libra. Come on with it, Spirit. Ruled by Libra. And this is the third section is from September to December. So that would be for those of you who are born sun, moon, or rising with Libra. All right. Very, very strong. This full moon lunar eclipse for you all is going to break you wide open in terms of your heart chakra, in terms of your understanding that you are gifted and what you have is meant to be a symbol of what spirit has for you. There is no need to be ashamed of it. There is a caution around healthy boundaries, because we know very often with Libra energy there can be that tendency to give up or sacrifice so much in the effort of making sure things are balanced. So even for those of you outside of a romantic situation, if you're in business and you're burning yourself out, or you're giving way too much to your business, to your clients, to your job, to the office, and you're not having enough of that work-life balance thing, that's what this is speaking to, is giving yourself that love, nourishing and blessing yourself, and so that you can be renewed and really enjoy the gifts from God and the angelic assistance that you're being given to heal yourself with that love. Venus ruling justice and Libra. So there's a lot of Venus energy that is going on. For those of you who are into astrology and you have your charts, I would pay really, really close attention to what's happening in Venus for you right now. All right. We have the Three of Cups, joy and celebration. That's what's coming. There's a period of healing that leads to joy. Pay special attention to the holidays, to birthdays, to reasons to celebrate, reasons to socialize. This will give you a sense of renewal, and this will remind you. You are going to be given reminders through this angelic presence in your life of just how much you are loved and desired. And this ostentation is not a negative thing. It is you sharing your gifts. Do not ignore it. Talk about it. It's you being able to share your experiences and your gifts, and being put in social situations where you will do just that. All right, we have the Artiste. Absolutely. This is a special bonus card in this particular tarot deck. And it is about creating. Think about it. Just literally think about the term the artiste or the artist. This is you with this sense of renewal, you all. This lunar eclipse is going to have you really breaking open in a way that shines a light on how you can show others the way to success, how you can help others with abundance. I'm going to go out and go ahead and say this. I feel it. Spirit is saying, those of you in this area, you do not have a problem attracting what you need. You may have been more accustomed to being in relationships than you are out of them, or being single. The single life does not really appeal to many of you. And so but you have to be in a place of feeling empowered in what you are creating. You're not just going to settle. You're not just going to take something that's handed to you, and it's because you're designed not to. There's your angelic presence, your spiritual presence is so strong that is what has caused some of this shadow work around love for you all, because you come in so strong, so earnestly, so let's do this. This makes me think of marriage. Some of you have been married, and you may have been married to someone who was successful, or if not legally married, but whatever, you get what I mean. You were with someone who was successful, and that comfort became a part of how you identified. And if that was taken away from you, or if something happened and you had to make a choice to walk away from it, then this is a time of life that Spirit is saying, guess what? It's time to get renewed. The renewal is upon you. The truth will literally set you free with all of that energy. The truth will literally set you free. And as it sets you free, it leads you into becoming more of the artist who can create the kind of love, the kind of relationship that you truly deserve. And if you are currently, for those of you who are currently in a relationship, and maybe you're overgiving or self-sacrificing or whatever, then it is time for you to think about ways to, in an ethical, gentle and loving manner, own up to that. Quit trying to push it back and allow yourself to step into that and create the relationship that you're really meant to have. And doggone if you didn't get the sun. Success. Life-giving success. Life-giving fun, pleasure, joy. You know, it is arguably, it is the most positive card in a tarot deck, right? The sun. It is pleasure. It is creativity. The artist. Woo, let's put those together. Creativity. The fifth house. Being creative, being romantic, being playful, getting your groove on in a way that allows you that ostentation. I show up and I make no apologies for showing up in my power, in what I have accomplished, in healing from what may have held me back, in my desire for love, for marriage, for commitment, for building a life and a partnership with someone. And if you have not taken care of yourself because of some of those things, maybe you've been dealing with single life, maybe you've been dealing with the after effects of a breakup, then this is your renewal. This lunar eclipse for you all is going to bring the truth of your own participation in settling for not treating yourself completely the way you deserve to be treated. And so as you bless your own body, nourishing foods, nourishing diet, all of it, nourishing yourself, then that is when you start to create this energy. That's when this breakthrough happens. And this is where the sun and that artist, because you are creating the love that you really want, that balance, that justice with that Three of Cups. I mean, talk about relationships and causes for marriage, celebration. If you want to be domestic with someone, fine. If you choose to live separately but still have a presence in your life, however you want to define it, because that's what the artist does. The artist doesn't go up with, just standard definitions of whatever. Don't ignore it. Talk about it. Figure it out. What is it that you really want? You have, Adama. I'm not familiar with that name, but it says Mother Earth. So going back to that Taurus energy that we saw, that Saturn in Taurus, ostentation, Mother Earth, you are creating the life you want. That is what is happening for you all in this lunar eclipse. You are creating. Mother Earth is ready to help you grow. And remember that strong angelic presence that you started out with gifts from God with Sandalphon and your angels showing up. And now you got Mother Earth showing up in all her glory, cosmically, and with the flourishing, the root of the tree, the foundations. You are rooted in love. You are rooted in your ability to manifest and have and see your efforts to recover, to be renewed, to take care of yourself, to enjoy love in all of its highest forms come into being. The universe is literally standing here, sitting here. Mother Earth is here to say, I'm here for it. I'll help you grow it. I'll help it come to pass. All you got to do is show up in the truth of it and take better care of yourself. Let's get back to that renewal. Springtime, let's get it together. Let's regroup, get that heart together, and get back out there creating the success. Get yourself together, get your sexy on, get your your gifts from God, remembering that you are meant for every good thing. Nothing good should be withheld from you. And you have, I am not the mind, I am not the body. I am spirit, I am light. I fall to rise. I am not the emotion and I am not the thought. That is a part of your process during this time. And that brings me back. That makes me think about this card here, right? This is the process that you've been undergoing. For some of you, you either had a divorce or a spouse who may have be deceased. You may have been betrayed. in some sort of a breakup, and it really affected you because you in particular are born to a part of your vibe, a part of your how you get your groove on is through partnerships. And maybe you have been redirecting some of your partnership efforts through business, through friendships, etc. And that's fine, but there's a way that spirit is saying you're going to blossom back to a space of having the companionship that you want. You're going to grow it. You're going to manifest it. And it's because you are going to create it. They're reminding you that you are the artist. You are not just what happened to you. I am spirit. I am light. I fall to rise. So there is this coming back. Where's that renewal that we had? There's this coming back. There it is. I fall to rise. There's that renewal that's happening for you all. You're coming back from it. And no matter how long it's been, whether your last relationship or the one that you're currently in that took a turn, no matter how long it's been, it's about this eclipse season for you all is about turning up the dial. It is literally going to turn up the dial for you all. Your last card, your animal totem that showed up is the bobcat, and it says mystery. The bobcat teaches you that there is true power and strength in silence and patience. In order to get what you want, you must be willing to plan, adapt, and above all, have the patience to see your dreams manifest. That brings me to these angels, your angels. It was never meant for you. Whatever this letdown was, where's that little sad heart? There we go. Whatever that was, whatever prompted that. And it looks like it dinged you. You definitely, it dinged you. And again, these readings are not going to be for everyone, but for whoever this is for, you're going to know is you. This situation happened, and the mystery of that is what is being revealed in this eclipse. It is the understanding that there were reasons behind it, and those mysteries beginning to unfold for you so that you can get ready to go ahead and allow your dreams to manifest and have the patience to allow yourself, first of all, to be renewed, to take good care of yourself, to get yourself back in shape. I'm going to keep it real with you. Hopefully we're all over 21 or 25 and way over listening to this. So if your body is not, if you're missing lovemaking and your body is not what you need it to be in order to be ready to present yourself to someone or really feel like you can thrive in that situation, hey, time to do something about it. Be patient with yourself. Don't judge yourself, and don't throw up your hands and feel like, okay, this can't happen for me anymore. This ostentation is an ability, once again, to go for what you want because you deserve it all. And you in particular, in this September to December group, you do have the ability to show up, and your life will grow in relation to others. You're not meant to just do it alone. You're not meant to just build it all by yourself. You're not meant to just enjoy the success or work really hard for success and then feel like, well, what am I doing it for? You are built for that playfulness. You are built to create, to have these relationships. And that's what this full moon lunar eclipse in Libra is bringing for you all, is that understanding and that revelation that whatever way you want to create it. If you want to be single, there's a way that you have to be patient and make yourself really come to terms with that and be at peace with that. But that's not how your energy is striking me. I see you as truly meant and designed. Part of your gift from God is in relationships. You thrive in them. You help other people be better. And the trick is, the key is, then they too need to help you be better. It needs to be reciprocal. Those scales need to be balanced. And if you do it right, if you take good care of yourself, and you stand in that and realize what happened, the mystery is unfolding, and now be patient with yourself. Go to your angels and say, I'm ready again. I'm ready again. I'm ready to bask in the sun. I'm ready for the love again. My heart is healed. All right, you all? All right. I hope that helped. Let me know how it rang for you, and enjoy this eclipse. I'll be back for the solar eclipse in April, and I'll talk to you really soon. Take good care. Bye.